There are some times in life when you see something and it immediately brings other things to mind. The Lakota people named this foreboding place in modern-day South Dakota Makosika, which means land bad. So when the decision was made to preserve it, the name stuck, Badlands National Park. The rugged canyons sometimes look as alien as the Martian landscape. Still, it is populated by a vast list of animals that includes bighorn sheep, bison, badgers, mountain lions, ferrets, porcupines, and pronghorn. While some call the pronghorn an antelope, likely because they can run up to 60 miles an hour, they are not antelopes or goats or even sheep. They are actually related to giraffes and okapi. Pronghorns only live in western North America and have been there for at least 1 million years. While that may seem strange, modern Badlands wildlife are a big change from the animals that lived here 23 to 70 million years ago. Fossils found in the park include prehistoric rhinoceroses, hippopotamus, three-toed horses, saber-toothed cats, and crocodiles. But even with its vast variety of animals, there is little doubt the most memorable part of this park, for any of the near 1 million visitors each year, is the landscape. Layer upon layer of earth, representing millions of years of sediment and erosion, surround you in the 380-plus square miles of the park. About 15 to 18,000 years ago, the first people, Paleo-Indians, are believed to have hunted in the Badlands. Tools and weapons from that period have been found here. This land of spectacular vistas is a treasure trove of historical artifacts buried in the stripes of layered land. The bottom layer was laid about 80 million years ago when the Great Plains were covered by the shallow western interior seaway. That waterway was loaded with animals, and some were buried in the sea floor. Fast forward 45 million years. Researchers believe a large object crashed into the modern area of Chesapeake Bay, leaving a crater about 50 miles wide. The interior seaway vanished. Volcanoes to the west of the Badlands erupted, dumping ash on the plains. Then the geological balance changed. Wind began sandblasting the colorful canyons, and torrential rains and rivers began washing away the landscape. The winter freezes continued to loosen the earth, making it even more susceptible to future erosion. It all works together to create the geological spectacle that is still being shaped today, and it is not a slow process. Photographs taken just a few decades ago show a much different landscape to what visitors witness today. The park is a rugged place. Some of the roads, such as the Sage Creek entrance, remain unpaved. The massive formation, called the Wall, stretches about 60 miles from the town of Scenic in the west, through the park, and almost to the town of Kadoka to the east. The erosion forces wear away an inch or more of the wall each year. The red, tan, white, and yellow stripes along the landscape represent moments in time. One dramatic formation is called the Yellow Mounds. When the sea drained away, the black ocean mud was exposed to the air. As that soil was weathered, it took on a striking yellow color. Standing on the mounds, you can feel the loose ground under your feet that continues to wash away. The park is also home to one of the nation's largest areas of mixed grass prairie land. Ankle-high grasses and waist-high grasses grow abundantly here. In 1890, The thousands of Native Americans being forced off their lands performed ghost dances in what is now the park's Stronghold District. Those dances were expected to protect them from bullets, but about 300 of them were killed at nearby Wounded Knee one morning as soldiers tried to disarm them. That same Stronghold region during World War II was seized by the U.S. military, and they used it for a gunnery and bombing range. Efforts are still underway to remove undetonated bombs from that area. The Badlands are a reminder of what was long ago, while at the same time, a place where you can only dream of what it is going to be. The landscapes are constantly changing, while still offering awe-inspiring views crafted by some of the most powerful forces of nature.